Hello folks, my name's Ian and of course welcome to my channel. Look at the state of it. Yesterday was the hottest day of the year. Today temperatures dropped a lot. It's overcast, looks like it's going to rain, but at least it's dry at the moment. Anyway, today is going to be a play day for Ian, I think. It all started off with this. A friend of mine said, got a tiny bit of a problem connecting a gas bottle up to something, and have you got anything I can sort it? Very local, only half a mile away. Drove round, he gave me this, showed me what he wanted to do, and give me some stuff. Changed a lot of stuff. It's an old microwave, it's an old PC, carriage clock, could be brass, just could be plated aluminium, and an interesting electric motor. Right, we'll have a look at that later, because that is what's formulating my play day today. So, like I say, looks like chances of rain, so really I should be going over and repairing the lawn with that. But he wants this sorting, so I had to get me my tub of fittings out. To get that out, I've had to move a lot of stuff around, and that's got me thinking, right, okay, that's taking up space, strip that today. And I thought, oh, tell you what, while we're on a play day, let's sort out some of the things that need doing. Some of the stuff that I literally keep kicking around as I come in. That's a sheet of thin steel, falling over. I don't know what gauge that is. 0.8, 1 mil. It's what I use for doing the helmet off the Darth Vader wood burner, which I've been putting off doing for a long while because I've misplaced my template that I once made. Right, because I keep kicking that, I've decided I'm going to make myself another template. It's easier than trying to find it. So, got a big length of stiff paper, craft paper. Put that up one side. We'll do that later. Hopefully I'll get to show you how to do it. We're going to mend that. We're going to get ready to do something with that bag. We are going to need my bench, so I'm going to finish off and film the fire extinguisher for scrap videos. Well, I'll be further a future upload. Right, what was it? I broke up those light fittings, which got me, some 20 microfarad capacitors. I picked that up a few weeks ago with a blown 20 microfarad capacitor. So I'm going to play, I'm going to connect that to that, connect that to the mains, see if it works. Don't work, I can scrap it. Does work, well, that leaves me with a problem. I'll probably keep it forever and ever. There's a young lady down the street, she just bought a house, old house. She came round asking me for scrapping advice. Yeah, asking me for scrapping advice. So, she's wanted to know, they've completely ripped out all the plumbing in the house being redone, and she was saying how's the best value. So I'm just saying, for someone like you, I just cut off the copper right down to the, if you can, the knuckle. Myself, I would be undoing it all and taking it all apart, but for what she's going to lose in value, and speed is their main priority. Anyway, so she says, I brought this round for you as a, if I give you this, will you give me some scrapping advice? Oh, well, that's sweet of her. I know she's watching, so thank you, Sarah. Right. I'm going to wire that up and see if that works, because it's a play day today. So one bit of me saying, well, I hope it don't work and I can just scrap it, and then the other bit saying, well, I hope it does work, because then I'll have a motor and then I'll have a spare pump. And this is why my shed's full of stuff, because of the way I am. Right, let's tidy up and think of what else I need to do. Alright, so I think first plan of action would be get the microwave in, strip the microwave. That gives me the shell. I can then put all my iron into the shell. I know people are saying to me, you know, you can keep these bottom halves. They'll make good, what do they say? There's a word for it, receptacles for melted aluminium in. Crucibles. Well, I might do. That one's a bit too big, actually. But then I don't have a furnace at the moment. It's on the agenda. So, I strip the microwave, get all the iron into the microwave. That microwave's out the way. Anything else, got the bench clear. Yeah, do a little bit of playing with the motors, and then try to mend that. It's not mend it, try to change the wheels on that little trolley. So there's the plan. Let's see how much I can procrastinate throughout and just change the plan willy-nilly and end up doing nothing of it. I'm going to have to do something, otherwise there'll be no space. And tomorrow, of course, is Father's Day in the UK, and I'm going to have a day of rest-ish. Onwards and forwards. A little bit of tidying up, and first bit of playing's coming along. Right, we've got the quick connect box. Oh, that isn't plugged in yet. We're just going to snip the ends off these and then connect it up with sort of ceramic chocolate block to that capacitor. Let's see if it, and then switch it on. It's in my wood vise, cranked down tight. That shouldn't go anywhere. It's a little stiff, so I don't know. And blades whizzing around at God knows what speed. Here goes. Snippity snip, snippity snip. At the end of the day, if I'm going to reuse this, I'll do a proper job-ish. I honestly don't know if there's any polarity on capacitors. I don't think so. There's no markings on top, so can only go bang, can't it? Can only go bang. Okay, sketchy as anything. We just got the stuff hanging down. We will plug in. We will stand well back and switch it on. I'm doing this live, I've not done it before, so I'm standing well back and That works. I don't like that screeching sound. What could that mean? I did say it sounded a bit dry. Let's spray it with some lube. Product placement. I have not been sponsored by these people. I don't know, just liberally spray it. Speaking about this stuff, you know, I was on about the garden the other day and saying I've got that mare's tail or horse's tail. Somebody commented and said an old timer on an allotment uses this to kill it. So I'll actually give that a try later and see if that works. Right, let's back off again. And I noticed I weren't getting too close to that. Yeah. I don't know, any motor people out there saying that doesn't sound right or it does sound right? Anyway, what we know is capacitor works. I don't know. Put it at one side with all my other motors. Okay, I've disconnected the feed from the quick connect, but I'm thinking now that's a capacitor, 20 farad, you know, 20 microfarad, so that's possibly got a charge. Now when I took the top off this one, oh curse, right, so there's a resistor running across it. And I'm assuming that over a period of time that will bleed it off, but I ain't certain, so let's get a pair of insulated handle something or others and just stick it in there. So, well, nothing went sparky, so I'm going to say that's okay to disassemble. And just to be on the safe side, right, so that resistor seems to be doing the job. Right, I've got a spare motor to play about with. Right, let's try the pump. Well, pretty much same thing. Strip it back, put it into my quick connect. Right, the quick connect's got a fuse in there, so once you've got it open, it ain't live, but it ain't switched on. So I can just like, I'm looking at that old wiring, red, black, and rubber as well. Old and nasty. Right, red into red, green into green, black into blue. Live, earth, neutral. Close it and switch onto the pump and switch on. That don't sound good, does it? Now, I know it's running dry, but scrap. So that made that decision easy. It's scrap. And why I'm set up, I'm going to test this motor out. This kind of puzzles me. Yeah, thanks love. I'll Google that afterwards. A GM64. Anyway, it's 220 or 240 volts. Got 3 microfarad capacitor. runs at 1400 revolutions a minute. Right, duty cycle 1 minute on, 8 minutes off. What do you think that powered? I don't know, maybe off a bed or a chair or something like that. Anyway, it's a bit useless that, isn't it? 1 minute on, 8 minutes off. Unless, I don't know, let's stick it and see if it works anyway. Little bit puzzling for me, this one. So I've got it connected up, you know, green, red, black, to the right places. But I've got another wire left over, and I've got this other wire that goes to a, you know, circuit board thing. So I doubt very much anything's going to happen. I probably have to short that to something, which I will. Okay, let's switch it on, see what happens. Nothing. I didn't think it would. I think that will need shorting to live. I think. Can only go bang, can't it? Turn it off. If that don't work, I'll short that out. Watch it go bang. Nothing. Let's short that end off. Okay, so we've cut the plug off. I've connected red and white, twisted them together. Just take that bit of sleeving back over, and switch on. Nothing. Quickly connect it up back to my easy connector, and we switch on, and nothing. How do I know I've not blown the fuse? How do I know I haven't blown the fuse? Well, I need to take a AC current detector. I think I paid £1.50 for it, or £1.99. It was on sale in a shop. I thought, got to be worth it at that price. 2 batteries inside, two AAAs inside. It's got a speaker, it's got a light at the other end, and basically you've got a light on, so you stick it in dark places. You can see what you're touching, and basically when you've got power like that, there we go. So you can trace all along. See, that's the return, how sensitive it is. So I have got power going all the way through to the motor. That leads again to the fact that that can't be right. How can that be live? Not connected to anything. Okay, I'm getting a little bit out of my depth here now. Right, as I said, neutral live going to the motor, but there's another one coming off, and if I switch the power on, we know that that's the live, but the one that's coming off is also live. And follow that round, that goes to this white one. So that's 240 volts live. It's a switch wire. But what does that mean? What does it need to connect to? Doesn't it connect to that? No. Turn the power off. Off. Peel that back a bit. Peel that back a bit. Peel that. Right, it's a switch wire. Obviously, it don't get connected to earth. Right. Let's see if we get a bang. Power on. So that's live. So live, touching live. No, don't be stupid, Ian. That doesn't go to anywhere. Does it? No, it doesn't. So how do I... Turn it off. See, those are the other two ends. Don't connect to anything. Right. So I don't know how a switch wire works. I'm out my depth. It's got to touch a live. It's got to touch or neutral. It's got to touch something. But that's live. So that's live. So it's got to touch the return. Otherwise it ain't going to work. Is that correct? Is that the logic? Right, let's do something dangerous. Make sure it's switched off. Okay, so what's the plan? So we know that's live. We know it goes to the motor and it also makes this white lead live. So it's a switch lead. So if that's live, it's got to go through, you know, through the system and return. So I got the return going to there, to the blue, black to blue. So if I run a spur lead from the return and I close that, okay, that's live and 240 volts, may I add. We switch on, because that ain't touching anything. We know we've got power. We know we've got power. We know we've got power. So if I touch that and that together, it should work. And if it doesn't, it's scrap. Right, let's do all that. And let's touch that to that. Hey, look. So that's all it needed. There we go. But no, it's not. And no, it ain't. What does that mean? That means I need to touch it back again. Well, you know what? I've been trying to save this motor. I've took those off. I can pull the actual stator out, the coil out. I can. That's integral to the housing. In the end, what have I got? If I cut this off and keep the motor, I've got a 1400 RPM motor that I can use for 1 minute out of every 8. Scrap. Yeah. This is what playing gets you. Right, so I can't hammer that through. I can't figure out how it was put on. It was obviously pressed on. I don't have a burring puller. So I've cut that off with a grinder. So that means the merest tap. And that falls out. Give me a nice piece of clean aluminium. Is it clean? Hang on. No, the gear shafts are magnetic. Still, I think those are going to be easy enough to get out. So, easy enough to get out, like I said. Iron tub. Hey, my hands are getting dirtier and dirtier.